Hi everybody. How are we all doing? Give us 2 minutes. Let me just put this in here. Oh. Kids has all been up at fireworks. Is all alright? Oh God, my back. My bloody back. Right, let me just wipe the camera on this. That's it. Hey, my new little stand comb. It's very delicate, like. See you there. It's very delicate. I can't even turn that proper. It's clicking. However, are you all right? Anyway. Oh, my babies. That's it, I think. Oh, see, I'm used to that big other ugly stand. Oh, kids. 2 minutes now. I'm out of breath. So, is everybody all right? Good evening. Hey, my mama Kaz, how are you? Evening, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Mods, when you see Paul Davis come in the chat, can you pin his comment, please? Because we have to run his account up. And who this person is Mr. Pratt's father. Because hasn't he been saying lots of things on the app about the poor man and the woman? Well, the man is coming on, big love, thank you everybody. The man's coming on to give his side of the story across. And like I say, listen, I know I get called Kent for letting everybody come on, but enough is enough now, because for days and days and days and days he's gone in at me, Miss Red, Alex, Lucy, Mama Kaz. He's gone in at everybody, and listen, everybody can't. Paul's here. Hey, my Danielle. So Danielle requests the box, and so pin Paul's there, right? Everybody, Paul Davis. Can everybody follow this account up? He hasn't got enough to go live. This is Zach's dad. So we need to follow this account so we can get him up into the box. Oh, Paul, take your account off private, please, because then nobody will be able to follow you. So take your account off private, and then tell us when it's off private, everybody, because nobody will be able to follow you. Yeah, everybody's saying it's still private. Who are these? He's private. People starting to follow him now. So is it took off private now? If there's a lag, my reception's absolutely fine. You'll have to go out and come back in. It's not my phone. So you'll have to go out and come back in. Still on private. Paul, are you off private yet? It's saying private. People can't follow you till it's off private. So go into your settings. Is your wife with you, Paul? To go into your settings, and it's on privacy settings, I think, and then take it off private. Let me just see who this is in here. Sorry, this stands very, very... Oh, hi, my Trish. Hello. Give us a little look. Hi, Rubber Duck. Hi, everybody.
Hello, beautiful.
Hi, Rubber Duck.
Hi, hello, beautiful.
Right, users echoing. One of you is going to have to swipe completely off the app and then come back in. Queen Trish, do you want to swipe completely off the app?
It's me.
Paul, can somebody... Oh, there's Paul's comment still on there. Oh, yes. Trish, I'm going to drop you out just till everybody gets Paul's account fully, then you can come back in. Right? Hey, my Lucy. I've been speaking about you. Yes, Adam, I did. I changed it. So, it's Paul. I can't let nobody in the box till everybody... What is it saying he's off private yet? Anybody? Pin it again. Mods will... Paul, will you comment again, please? Just so everybody can see and we can pin your account. Sorry, everybody. It's Paul Davis. Paul, will you just comment and say hello or something, just so we can pin your account, please? I can't see anything for who is Paul. What's this about? I can't let nobody in the boxes till I find Paul's comment. We pin it and we make sure he's got enough followers. Where's Paul gone? Danielle, will you... Paul Davis 775. Somebody just pin what his account's called, please. So everybody on the phone on the phone. So tell him just to comment again, Danielle, and then everybody can get there it is. So it's Paul Davis 775. If everybody can give that account. This is Mr. Pratt's dad. I don't even like saying his name, to tell you the truth. But this is Mr. Pratt's father, who will be coming in the box because the man wants to have EC. He's been slated all over. Below the belt. Well, get out there if you don't want to watch. No, I'll tell you in a little bit about people being below the belt because there's enough little snakes on here. Well, listen, me here, I ain't bothered about no snakes. If my account goes tomorrow, I've got nothing to lose. Not a thing to lose. And I'm sick of all the bullying that goes on. He's never ever got everybody's name out the mouth, playing everybody like he's the victim. So no, definitely not. Enough is enough now. And if you don't like what you're going to watch or hear in here, just please, there's a button at the top, exit the live and fuck off. No, he makes it my business. When he runs about the app telling people I'm the anti-drug rapist, he made it my business. He speaks about me every single day on what's it going to gain, the same as what he gains out of slating all of us. That's what it's gaining, the same as what he's gaining out of slating all of us, trying to bring everybody down like he's the victim. He's not. He's definitely no victim. Nothing at all. And like I say, I don't care. I do not care. When your friends are your friends and somebody keeps coming at them, he proper bullies Lucy on another level. Proper bullies her on another level and puts out that she does this, that and the other. He dropped a bombshell today. He was on a live and he turned around and going on and then said Lucy was on the white stuff, if you get me meaning. Took it through an airport, said it something in Miami and then fetched it back. For one, it doesn't matter when you go through an airport, you're D-checked, right? Then when you're there, it's full of police over in America. Pearl, stop, this is what's there to gain. Well, I'm just letting Zach's dad come on here and have his say. I'm sick to death of listening and he's run his gums on everybody. Paul Davis 775. Everybody, please make sure you follow this account. And then Danielle, if you can phone him and ask him has he got enough, and then we can put him in the box. Because why is it okay for Geordie Geeky? What was that you've just said there? I've just seen something. Wow, this is disgusting, Pearl. Shame on you. Don't watch. Piss off. Anybody else who thinks it's disgusting and that you don't want to be triggered or this, that and the other, get out the live. Because I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm letting his dad say what he's saying. So, is it still on private? It can't be because people's followed it. And then I think, why is he here? I shouldn't be ashamed. I'll be ashamed if I sit by and let innocent people keep getting the blame all the time. Like his dad, or like his stepmom, like Miss Red, like Alex, like Mama Kaz, like me. Right, the Evil Avocado account. Let's get to that, right? So, why is it that everything that's on that's vile about everybody else, but when it comes to him, it's just a little few things, like him and EQ, right? There's a photo on that account of when he was a little boy with his mum, and now if nobody else had knew, nobody else would have that photo, right? Only Zach. And that was took on a phone off a photograph. Get a life. In my opinion, the evil avocado account is Zach. That's in my opinion. He's never stopped running his gums, and every time he talks about me, it's that racist pearl with a greasy burger van, the greasy jippo. That's what he calls us, the greasy jippo. No. Why should I sit there like a tatey and allow him? Who is he? Nobody's interested in him. If he left us alone, nobody'd speak about him. But sorry, we're his content. We're the pity party for the gifts and everything that he gets. He sat on, letting on to cry about this, that and the other. He can... Hi, Mr. Pratt. Hi. I'm just waiting for your daddy to get enough followers to go onto the account. We're getting your dad on. Because you've slated him all day. Let the man have his say. It's not nice, is it? So he calls me a greasy jippo. She'll work all day for 50 odd quid. If I work in there for £1, I've got off my butt and gone to work. I haven't sat on a chair manipulating everybody. You know, like when you were telling people that you were getting these SUVs outside your house, and you're laughing about it, and your people were saying, oh, Bill, please be careful what you're doing. We don't want you getting into anything. And then there you go, that comment there. At least my family ain't a rapist. There you go. Can somebody take a screenshot of that? There we go. There's the little comment starting. Now, this is why I'm having my say back. Paul, wait there, kidder. Have you got enough to put your camera on, Paul? Turn your mic on. Paul, can you unmute? There's a little button there. Just press it and it should unmute. I don't know if he's waiting for enough followers or what. Paul. So, Paul, press your mute button again. It should come off now. Let me follow you. Yes, you've got enough now, Paul. I've just followed you. To put your camera on, do you know how to do it, Paul? Right, wait a minute. I'll put Paul up in the big box a minute, just so you're there. And then these little boxes is on the side. We're not... Paul, can you unmute? He's gone back out. I think he's... Yes, you can get him in the box because he's got enough now to go live. So, Rubber Duck request. No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah, so you hold it, you push it with a little microphone.
Oh,
it with a little microphone.
Yeah. Oh, is that you, Sarah? Hello. How are you?
I've got it now.
And there's a little camera, okay?
Oh, I think they're knocking themselves off. Don't worry, it'll come back in. Mods, can we have the comments off, please? Just one mod. Just before Paul comes in. No, just right. Is Chantel. Oh, there. So, you're back in the requests. Oh, and there's Paul. I don't think, say Paul's not... Right, here he is back in.
I don't want to go camera.
Okay. Can she
Hello.
hear you now?
Hi, Paul. No, I can hear you. You don't have to come on camera. You're fine.
Hi, Paul.
Moderator. No, leave. I want Paul in. Somebody keeps removing Paul from the box. I want Paul in. Can somebody stop, please, removing anybody from the box? Right, Paul, you've got your mute button on again, sorry.
Nigger.
Oh, that is a fake one. Sorry. Oh, please. So Paul has just been in. The fake ones keep trying it. Right. So the one that we've just... I don't have... No, there's some fake ones coming in. Listen, the ones that is just run him up there, he's got 1,000 and odd followers on the account now. So don't accept anybody else in, mods. He can't be blocked because, oh, for God's sake. Mods, do me a favour, go through. It's saying that his main account's blocked. It can't be. Sorry, everybody. Chantel, jump up in the box, please. Right.
Hello.
Hello.
Right.
Will you check on which Paul's been blocked?
Yes. Give me a second. Because I've blocked the one that came in and said what they've just said there before you booted them out.
Yeah, that's fine. That
one's been blocked by me.
Right. So is Paul in the comments or not?
I don't know because your comments are off.
Right, so hold on a minute because, give us a look at this and because...
Right, I found the real one because I'm following him.
Right, that's it. So the others, wait there, blocked. I'm blocking some Pauls that's trying to get in.
The one I've just accepted in has got 1.1k followers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Is he coming or not?
I've just accepted him in and then he's gone off again.
See, the lad's not used to TikTok. Yeah.
Pearl. Not about you, Pearl. I'm about my dog. Dickheads are setting fireworks off straight outside my house.
Do not accept anybody into the box while any of this is going on, please. Whatever names they are, whoever they are, just don't accept them in. The minute you see Paul come back in the comments...
We'll not see him in the comments because your comments are off.
Is the account off 100 and off private because there was loads of people? So right, put the comments back on a minute. Rubber duck, only rubber duck. Pin Paul's.
Right, Danielle's in the. I would say she was in the request.
Right.
And she's gone again.
No, I want you to pin Paul's comment.
I can't mark the box.
Only Crizzle, are you for real? Are you telling people to do that?
What are you, Zach the Brat Party, yeah?
No, he usually comes in here.
Well, saying that is a Zach the Brat supporter. There's three sides to the story. Zach's side, his dad's side, and then the truth.
I'm very ashamed, yes.
He got blocked.
He's only got 100. I've just had WhatsApp. Wait there. Who's this? Is this Danielle? Right, let Danielle in the box. Who's removing? Danielle, do me a favour. Send me a WhatsApp if you've just been removed there because I'm going to demod everybody while this is going on and leave one mod.
I've had a look in the list and I can't see him in the block list. He was there and I accepted him into the box and then he's gone.
So how come Danielle's gone there?
I don't know. Yeah, he has been blocked. I found him. Right, I've unblocked him.
Right, Danielle, he's unblocked.
And I know which one it is. I know which one it is. Pearly Pop, stop crying on, please. I know dickheads are setting fireworks off outside my fucking house. They had a big field thing across the fucking road and the tree was outside the Yeah, I know who it was, it's fine. I'll message Pearl and I'll tell her. Right. I've got you, Paul. Right, stay there. I've got you. I've got him. I've accepted him in. Oh, I can't accept him in while she's on pause. 2 seconds, Paul. Don't go anywhere. Right. I have now got him in the request. Wait. He's in.
Right.
I've accepted him in.
So, watch for his comment. I've told him to say something when it comes on that. Go on, all of you say in the comments because they all going off in a minute. Shame on me, shame on yourself. Right. Hold on then. Oh, I'm not bothered about any words, Mike. No, it's fine, it's fine. I don't block any.
On you. This is disgusting what you're doing. Shame on you. Shame.
Right. So the wrong one's getting blocked.
Wait, man. Hang on.
So that is that one blocked. So there's some more that is blocked. Everybody, do me a favour because I'll let me go on a phone call with these people that tell them how to do this. I'll have to find out exactly how many followers he's got and then I'll come back on. Right? So go on, I'll end the live, do a phone call with them and I'll come back, but the comments will be off when I come back. All is allowed up into these boxes. Only Rubber Duck will be there. There'll be Danielle Louise. Yep. She's coming in now.
He's not, he isn't, for people saying he's sending his auntie, and no he's not. He's been on the phone to get somebody to come and request the box to pretend to be his auntie. I've had about 6 or 7 messages. And that's not the right one, so you can get blocked out.
So, have you got the right profile there?
Yes. Yes, I have the right profile in front of me. The one who's just requested wasn't the right profile.
Right, so Danielle's not coming up. So
Right.
it'll only be Paul, that's if he can work it. And if not, kids, we're going to have to do this another day. But I'll speak to Paul. Turn the comments off, somebody, please. I'll speak to Paul. Chantel, you just watch the box for the account that I've just sent you, the real account,
Yep.
the profile. Watch for that coming in, and we'll just give it a few minutes. We'll give it a few minutes. No, if he wants his say, then everybody else can have their say too. No, definitely not.
And say, but just remember that if his account is private, I can't let him in.
No, but if you know if you know it's that account, just tell us when it's there, and then I'll let him in.
I can't see it. If he's on a private account, I can't see when he requests. If he's not on private, then I can't.
Paul, if you're here, you'll have to take your account off private and then you can delete everybody off it if you want after that, after you've done the live. Because I can't let any accounts in that's coming up as... So give us a little look. If anybody's watching who knows Paul, tell him he'll have to take his account off private to get in the box. And then once he's done whatever he's doing, he can put his account back on private again. So, because I don't know if it's the real Paul account, if it's still on private, and that's why I can't let him in. So he'll have to take his account off private and then he can come in. No, nobody's coming up. There's only Paul coming up. Somebody's speaking through with it on the phone. But there's no mods. Do not let not one soul up. Only once the Paul account requests Chantel, leave it to her. She knows if it's the real account because I've just sent her his profile. And then we can go from there. And if you can't get in tonight, we can do this another night. So don't stress on it. I'm not. But we will get it out there. And for all of you saying that I'm vile, I'm this, I'm that, I'm the other, I'm sick of it. I am sick to death of being allowed to sit there and keep going at people like we are tatties to sit there and take it. Who is he on this app? The same as all of us. Nobody. That's who he is, a nobody. But if he leaves us alone, we leave him alone. We don't speak about him unless he speaks about us. End of. Put the comments on. I don't bother about the hate, but you can put the comments on. Anybody can have the say. But only when the man comes in, then vile, so's your mother. Then we'll have the comments off from then. I know he's watching. 1 second. Right, did you get that, Chantel? There's no Louise or anybody coming in. There's nobody coming in the box, so you can sit there and just listen and do what you want. So getting back to it, right? So like I say, you know, like the comments that's just been in where he's sending people across to say the same thing. I'm just putting it out there. I have never have been, and I never will be, for the blessed Lord to be good, no auntie to a rapist. That's all that I'm saying, right? So when he leaves me alone, then I'll leave him alone. He also phoned Miss Red to ask Miss Red to tell me to stop about him, right? But why can he sit on his platform and slate me? Left, right and centre, slate me, the leather handbag, the greasy jippo, all of these things, right? I do not react back at them. He was sending his boyfriend to come to the burger van to record me without my knowledge and then to hand fake money over, which I do have the video to that as well, right? Then it keeps going on that we're saying this, that and the other. There is a scammer, there is this, there is that. He's all of them things, right? I've got the video where he said, what do you want me to do? Pay the cancer charity or pay me rent, right? So that's like a couple of little things. If we want to go there, he wants to call me the auntie to a certain thing, we'll all go there. Right, he keeps, now he's letting on to cry today because an account's come in there shown of a photo of supposedly when he SH'd, right? Let us get into the nitty gritty to that. On the photo, what it does show, I have not seen the photo.
It's unblocked.
I have not showed the photo, but what it does show, it's a bath and it's got the claret on the sides of it, which I have been told now wasn't right. That's that, right? So I'm just putting this out there. Why Miss Red sent them photos on to other people because Gracie and Mama Kaz, which I know Mama Kaz is in the comments, was going to do an exposure on Mr. Pratt, right? So Miss Red was sending them photos to stop them from doing that and saying, please, he's not in a good place. All come to all, these photos were 6 months prior to this going on, right? So stop your hate with Miss Red. She was trying to do a good thing, right, by protecting Mr. Pratt, that he didn't get exposed at a time when he was low. But he's turned everything around. I have got a little recording where Mr. Pratt himself is speaking to another certain person, a voice recording, so you can hear it's his voice, where he's going to blow everybody up out the water. It tells you, this is before he goes to Miami, that he's coming up with this conspiracy theory, and he said, all the viewers be safe, you know how they are, just be careful, keep safe, You hear the recording in the bit, anyways. And this is where the bullying starts with Lucy. He said they were fine in Miami. He said, you hear it on the recording and Lucy's face is going to crumble. Whatever him and Nicole were going to come up with when they were going to Jeffrey's party. Jeffrey and Paul and Zach and Nicole were going to be at the party on the 31st. And he's even said, you can hear it on the recording, it gives me time to plant the seeds about the others. He was wanting to have Miss Red worried that because she didn't know he was going to Miami, he was wanting to have Miss Red worried that something had happened to him. He said, oh, she'll spark alive up and go on and say, oh my God, I've never heard of Zach this morning, this, that and the other. But it's there, he's talking, he's saying all of this. Because he's constantly trying to take people down. Like I say, he goes in hard style at people. But think about it, right? Every time he's friends with somebody, they're the best things since sliced bread. He absolutely loves them. He'll go the whole 9 yards for them. The minute you go against him, and this is a proper narcissist, aren't you, Mr. Pratt? A proper narcissist. You know when you can't control people, just like you phoned Donna the other day threatening me to stop talking about you. Who are you to threaten me? Who are you? Does this face look bothered about you? Definitely not. Don't ever ring anybody and tell me to stop talking about you. When you repay the favour and stop talking about me, leather handbag, the greasy jippo, well then when we stop talking about each other, it might stop. But this one here does not care about you, not one little bit. I know you sat watching, right? But you do not intimidate me for one little bit. You don't scare me. You don't frighten me, right? He was sat with the little cranky doll. Is it the crankies up? Sitting taking the piss. He's constantly taking the piss. Listen, Mr. Pratt, I am 57-year-old. I didn't have to go to Turkey for a belly tuck, right? I get up off me butt every day and I go to work and I earn me money. Yes, in my opinion, you do scam people out of God knows how much, right? You go on about your little giveaway. He can write all he wants. You go on about your little giveaways. Them people is giving you thousands of pounds. So you giving that couple of little £100 giveaway back. Are you for real? Give your head a shake. Give your head a shake. But anyways, I am waiting for him to come in. And I don't know if he's in here. Because there's loads of accounts. Chantel, can you...
Don't panic.
So when he's in, Paul is here. But there's fake accounts going back. Yep. So Paul requests the box. Chantel knows if it's the right one. And then she'll accept you in. Once Paul comes into the box, everybody, I just want him to have his say. That's all. He's had his, Mr. Pratt's had his say for weeks and weeks and weeks. So that the other one is entitled to have his say. How do you get that? So that's all that I'm saying as well. But I'm sick of you keep coming for me because I know you sat watching us. I'm sick to death of you still coming for me on every given chance that you get. Leave me alone. You leave me alone and I'll leave you alone.
Right, I've just invited Paul up and I think this is the right one because I've looked at the account.
Hello, yes, it's the right one here.
I was like, I think it's the right one.
Can you have the comments off now, Chantel?
Yeah, I'll turn them off now, yeah.
See you later.
Hi, Paul.
Hi, Pearl, how you doing?
I am good, thank you. Are you?
I need a drink after all that.
That's it when you're not used to it, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you're not used to it. But listen, I'm going to put you in I'll put you in the big box and then we're just on the sidelines and then everybody's not concentrating on what we're doing, right?
Yep.
So you can start from the beginning and start wherever you want. Like I said, anytime you want to use my platform, you can. Because I don't think it's fair that one person can put that much hate out about somebody and nobody else can come back and have their little say on it.
Okay, well, I'll start off with...
I'll unmute now, Paul, and you just say whatever you want to say.
Okay, well, I just want to put it out there that I did not put Zach into care. His mum did. I had a phone call from the social services when he was about 13, 14 to say that his mum had dropped him off at their doorstep with a suitcase, and can I come and pick him up? They brought him up to where I lived, up in Yorkshire, and I picked him up from the social services there. He stayed with us for quite a while. It started off good, but ended up being bad, like every young kid does when they don't want to be there. When he said that I caught him stealing books out of W.H. Smith's, it wasn't books, it was CDs, because we went into town to find him a job and help him and sort him out and everything like that. And I actually took him back into the shop and told the manager what he was doing. And they took the CDs off him. They wanted to prosecute him, but because I took him back in, we apologised and he wouldn't do it again. He wanted to go back down south, back to his friends, because he didn't want to live with us and live by our rules. He was arguing with my ex-wife at the time every day because he didn't want to listen to her rules of the house. Yeah, and he still doesn't listen to the rules.
He stole off her.
Yeah, he did steal off her as well, money, etc. He did all sorts of things, to be fair, like any young kid that was a bit troubled at the time would do. I took him to the social services in the town where I lived at the time to get some help with him, because he wanted to go back down south. I didn't want to just put him on a train or anything, so they found him a hostel in the Welwyn Garden City. We took him to that hostel and we visited him every couple of weeks, took him stuff to that hostel as well. We bought him things, we took him out for dinner. We kept in contact with him. So I just wanted to put it out there. So it was his mum that put him into care. I don't want to disrespect his mum because she's passed away. I never have, never will. But that's how it was, because I know for a fact, because she was living next door to my mum at the time in a flat after her separation from her last partner. And she moved into the flat next door. Well, she lived above the house, actually, which was next door. And when he said I was never there for him throughout his life, which I was, because we only lived 100 yards from his house. I was always there virtually every day. It caused a few problems between his mum and her partner because I was there all the time, and she thought that I was going to take her, have her away from her, but I wouldn't do that. I was always there. I used to babysit a lot for him. I used to take him out as dads would, and I used to give his mum money on a regular basis every month without fail, like I do now with my two children.
You too.
Yeah, I mean, what else does everyone want to know? He had a very good upbringing. He had a very good life. His mum looked after him very well. Until I think the separation of her and her partner, I think that's where it went a bit downhill. Mm-hmm. I think his mum moved to Cornwall with someone else. And when his mum did pass away, he came back up here out of the blue. And one of the comments he made today, I gave him £100 to go to London or lent him out. No, I didn't. I practically begged him to go and see his mum's partner in Cornwall to go and sort things out. And I told him I would pay for him to go to Cornwall, but he never did. Apparently he didn't like her and they didn't get on. There's loads of stuff. I could go on all the time, but when he came up to Yorkshire, when his great nan left him some money, I think it was about £12,000. We helped him find a flat in the town. He went to Curry's and blew something like £3,000 or £4,000 in there on high-end gear, took a photograph of it, put it online. Within 2 to 3 weeks, the whole lot had gone. He'd resold it to cash converters, sold it second-hand to other people, etc. Just to feed his drugs. His weed, his coke at the time.
Well, just be careful if you mention anything like that. Just say whatever, because you'll get banana. That's all fair.
Oh, okay. I do apologise, but
no, it's fine. It's just TikTok. You'll get banana for that.
Well, okay. Well, there was a lot of other things going on that he was troubled with. He sold all his items within a few weeks. His 50-inch TV, he put his foot through there on the first few days he had it because he was drunk.
Good job at them.
Yeah. He wasted £12,000 in a few weeks. The only good thing about it is he did pay 6 months' rent on the flat up front, but after all that had gone, he couldn't afford to live there anymore, because when he got a job, hotel, he ended up ruining that job. He got 2 jobs in 2 different hotels, and he both ruined them. They were very good jobs. He met a lot of nice people in Harrogate, and he had a very good friend base, but he ruined it by borrowing money, etc. Yeah, well, I can't really say that. Yeah, he did a bit of fraud as well in the hotel. That's why he got the sack from there. What else does everybody want to know?
No, listen, you were entitled to come and have you say, just to clear your name, that you're not this bad one and everything that he said.
I don't class myself as a bad dad. I still have 2 children. I have 2 children now that I've looked after. Been there for them throughout their life, and I've always been there for Zach. I've always tried to find Zach or get hold of him, ring him up, talk to him. Every time when he used to phone me, it was nice. It was nice for the first couple of calls, and then he'd come back asking for money, and I wouldn't give him money, and then he'd start screaming at me down the phone that I'm a bad dad, etc. Even my partner now, Sarah, she witnessed one of the phone calls.
I witnessed 3.
Yeah, or 3 phone calls then. When he phoned and disrespected me because I wouldn't lend him money. Apparently, I've died at least 4 or 5 times where he's borrowed money off people to come to my funeral. And when I've actually spoke to them, there was one point where he went missing for a couple of years, and I rang everybody to try and find him, and people were saying to me, "Oh, you should be dead." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Well, I lent Zach £300 to go to your funeral because you were dead." I said, "No, I'm live and kicking."
That's it. It's just everybody's a wrong, and if once you're not on the side of him. And today, listen, I'm not being awful. I've had enough of it, because I'm sick of me getting dragged through the mud, as well as all of my friends. But nobody's ever done anything to him. It's all about the platform. Listen, he has built his platform. Nobody wants his platform. We do our own thing on here. But to still get my name dragged, my family's name dragged through the mud, well, listen, they definitely be out to destroy you. All we want is left alone.
I don't know why he wants to destroy me. I've done nothing wrong. I have always tried to be there for him, as a dad. Even my children, would want to be there because he's stepbrother, and they've always wanted to get to know him. He just keeps living in the past, and I don't know why he's living in the past. Well, I was 20, 21 years old when he was born, and it was just a one-night stand. When I met his mum, and I was always there for him. I was there, the day of the birth. I looked after him. I helped her out every day. I could have just walked away, and I didn't, because I'm not that kind of person. I just don't know why he does this. And all he seems to be doing is for money. Everything he tends to do is for money.
Well, I just want all the lies on everybody to stop, because, like I say, I'm sick of me and my family that's not here. It's cousins, by the way, everybody that he was talking about. I'm not an auntie. And they were all young. Whatever happened, it wasn't me. Why does he keep dragging me for it? Everybody will have somebody who said something or done something or whatever, but you don't go and blame that person for it, right? I'm sick of it. I've had enough of it. And he keeps bullying and bullying and bullying, and now I've had enough. I've had enough. Paul,
I think a lot of people have had enough of it.
Do you want the comments back up? Because the comments are not nice, I'll tell you. They're not nice. But it's up to you if you want the comments on.
Put the comments on. It doesn't bother me, because I know the truth.
Chantel, do you want to put the comments on? They'll say you're vile, corrupt. It'll be all aimed at me, but I don't... Listen, I actually fine. I don't mind. But enough is enough on here now. If he leaves me alone, I'll leave him alone. But Mr. Pratt, I know that you're watching. Let me tell you, you keep coming for me, and I will keep going back for you. But leave us all alone. Me, Miss Red, Alex Wiggin, Mama Kaz, leave us, do our own thing on the platform. You do yours. hunky-dory all the way. Lucy, stop like being a bullying people. You planned before, maybe 6 months in advance before you tried to take Miss Red down. There is a voice recording of that. You tried to take that down. Why are you horrible to people that only want to hand something out and give you a helping hand? You were my friend when you come back from Miami, and these voice recordings are before you went to Miami, where you said you're going to blow them out the water, Miss Red, and then you're going to blow them out the water. Why do that? Like, why? When all we ever wanted to be was your friend. Because you didn't like that, as you call it, our clique, wherever this word, the clique, come from, I do not know. Because he didn't like it, because you didn't run and blow smoke up somebody else's butt. He didn't like it, and he pulled away one by one. We done nothing wrong, but we definitely, I know anyways, allowing for you to keep coming time and time again. I've had enough of it. Precious! And that's what it is, Paul. It's just bullying. There's a singer on here called Lucy. He goes in at her hard, tried to tell everybody she got chucked out of venues through taking white stuff, if you get me meaning. You have to be careful what you say on here. Anyways, there's lots of top creators, if they'd stand forward and come and say that that wasn't the case at all. And everybody knows who these creators are. They could come forward for Lucy and say that is a barefaced lie. No, she never got chucked out of places. Do you know what I'm saying? You can be Team Zach. Listen, that's absolutely fine that you love Zach. Nobody hates Zach. But tell your team leader to stop with me, and then I will stop, because I ain't nobody's little mat that you can keep walking over. Nobody's mat.
I mean, Pearl, that thing you said today about his cousin, Zoe, apparently, you know, I saw a bit of clip of it today about how bad I am. I've never met Zoe, and Zoe's never met me, so how does she know who I am?
Yeah.
This is why I don't understand. A lot of it he says on there is just fake and false and lies.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why he's putting all this out there for, because it's all history anyway. Everybody has bad times in their families. No one's perfect.
Yeah. No, exactly. No family's perfect. None.
I mean, why does he keep? He's 30-odd years old. Why can't he? Why can't he just get on with his life?
And you know why
doesn't he have to keep putting all this dirty washing on here for?
It's because exactly 1,000,000%, exactly what you've just said there. And
because people are listening to him and giving him money, and that's why he's doing it.
Exactly, down to manipulation.
Yeah, and he's very good at it.
Sending hatred all over the app. That's what he's doing. He has them to go in and troll people. Troll me all you want. Doesn't bother me, because I don't read any messages. The fake phone calls that come through. He was even making out, and you hear him on this recording saying, I was getting fake, I'll put it out there that I've been getting prank calls, fake calls, however he's thinged it, and then I can't speak on anything. I'm being told I can't talk on anything that's on here, and I'll have to keep stum. Oh, it's all planned, and you can hear it if you want in this recording that I've got. So, no, there's nobody coming in. Lucy's auntie, there's nobody coming in.
I mean, that phone call we put out today, there was a recording there. I spoke to him last time I spoke to him. He rang me out of the blue, screaming and shouting at me to not go on TikTok because I'll ruin it for him and everything like that. Okay, I told him not to put me out there. Yeah, I did say I'd destroy him. I said I'd destroy your TikTok page. I said, because I don't want my name or anything to do with me over the internet.
Yeah.
I'm a very private person. Mm-hmm. Yeah, upset me because he phoned me about it and he's screaming, and that's what he keeps doing. Every time, you know, me and Sarah sat here and watched his feeds a long time ago, okay, and we've always gone on there and said, hi son, how are you? Within seconds, he's gone off, he's rang me and screamed at me, what are you doing on there for? What are you going on there for? Don't come on there, you're ruining it for me. All I've said to him is, hi son, how you doing?
Because he's trying to paint you out that you don't keep in contact with him.
Do.
Yet you do.
There was time.
You do ring him.
Yeah,
it's his choice.
Yeah, there was one time when he went missing because he disappeared and went to Thailand.
Yeah.
The only reason we found out where he was is because my daughter was watching a video online about a party ship or boat in Thailand, and he was on it advertising it. That's how we found him, because he went missing because he ended up ripping someone off for £130,000.
But it's the worry when you don't know where they are, like you think something's happened to them and whatever.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm
when
saying?
you rip someone off for £30,000, of course you're going to go into hiding. Well, it's £130,000. That's when he was living in Leeds, and he lived a high life for about 6 months until he got found out. Until the bloke come looking up, wanted to find him because he rang me and asked me to help him out, and I said no, I can't help you out. And that's when he disappeared.
So that's what I won't want you on the page for, because obviously you're his dad and you can put the truth out there when he sits and spouts on to come on here. And anybody, any time at all, Paul, you want to come back on my page, you can come on any time you want. Any time at all.
Well,
Like
what makes me laugh is I'm reading some of these comments calling me a liar and picking women instead of, picking women instead of my son and calling me a liar. That it's all made up. How do these people know it's made up? How do they know I'm a liar?
1 second, Paul. Right, for a start off, nobody's mentioned Auntie Lou, right? I don't know who Auntie Lou is. Let Auntie Lou go on to her nephew, Mr. Pratt's platform. She can speak over there. Auntie Lou ain't coming onto my platform, right? She hasn't been getting screamed and shouted and called all the wrong names under the sun on a certain person's life. So if Auntie Lou wants to go and speak, tell her to go across to nephew Mr. Pratt's. She can speak on there. What you want?
Auntie Lou is Zach's auntie. I haven't spoken to her in years. Well, except for one time, she messaged me quite a few years back because he was kicking off and causing loads of problems at home.
Somebody's just put base then. This isn't a backwards and forwards. He's had his say on his side, so I'm letting his dad have his say on my side. So what's the difference? Because I'm sick of getting slated. His dad's sick of getting slated. I know Miss Red's sick of getting slated. Poor Alex, he's gone in at Alex and going on about his betting addiction, and he's had all this money for whatever, going back to 1999 when Alex would have been 13 or 14. Do you know what I'm saying? So it is one-sided. It's Paul's side. It's my side. And like I said, whatever else goes on, yes, bullying Lucy. There you go with the rapist comments. Put them in. Do not put the chat. Yeah.
And this is Sarah, Paul's partner. And what I don't understand is one of the things that Paul is saying, Zach's saying, is that apparently he put it out there that he's only spent roughly a grand total of about a year with Paul in total over the 37 years that he's been on this planet. But Zach seems to know that. I mean, apparently Zach said several times, "Oh, I've come up when I came up to Yorkshire. My dad was having an affair. When I came up to Yorkshire, and this happened, and when this happened, and when this happened." For somebody who's only had a grand total over 1 year spread over 37 years. He seems to have witnessed a lot more than the two children that are permanently in Paul's life right now. Because Paul has got two children and two stepchildren, and they're permanently in his life. Yet Zach seems to know or experienced or witnessed a lot more in that just 1 year that he spent over 37 years. He contradicts himself on every level. If you literally break down everything he says and then listen to another thing he says, he contradicts him. He can't have spent 1 year with him spread over 37 years and know all of this great information about Paul.
Yeah.
He's been up in Yorkshire several times. He's spoken to Paul several times. Paul's reached out to him several times. I have literally been there when Zach has kicked off on the phone to Paul, and Paul has done nothing but try and reach out to him and say, are you okay?
He lived up in Yorkshire for 2 years and then moved to Leeds for over 2 years.
Exactly. He's talking nonsense. He literally rang Paul one day. Paul rang him one day and said, can we come? Can we take you out for lunch? We'd like to I just want to come and see you for an hour. Zach absolutely ripped into him. I don't want you here. I don't need, because you just want my money. You just want my money. And we've no interested in your money. We didn't even know he had money because we don't even understand the platform. Yeah. He lies and lies and lies and lies. Christmas time, he said, can I come up and spend time with you, Zach? Dad, I was there when he made that phone call. Paul said, yes, but you're not taking drugs and you're not drinking because I've got the other 2 children here and I want you to behave. Zach ripped into him and called him all the names under the sun and said, you're a crap father, etc. How is that a crap father? He gave him a reasonable request. He said, yes, you can come, but because the other 2 children are here, I want you to behave. I don't want you taking drugs and I don't want you drinking. And Zach didn't like it. He didn't like it.
No, because you're not playing Therese tune on the fiddle. That's why. Well, like I say, I'm sick of it. And I'm just sick of him being a bully, trying to take everybody down that doesn't agree with him. Listen, I know you're all calling me a liar, you call him Sarah, you call him Paul a liar, right? So Miss Red's a liar, Alex a liar, Lucy's a liar. Everybody that Zach falls out with is a liar, is a wrong-un. So we all can't be wrong.
Well, we can't all be wrong. Literally can't be all wrong. I mean, there's only... and these are family members. I've spoken to his brother and sister. They all back up what Paul says. I've spoken to his ex-wife. She backs up what Paul says. So are they all lying? And I've spoken to them all independently and they all back up what he says. Yeah. So, there's just one lady who is a cousin of Zach's, and Paul's never even met this girl. Never ever met him. And like I say, I've lived with him for 5 years, and he is a stepfather to my boys. And I don't see what Zach says. I've seen none of it, and I spend every day with this man. I don't see it. They don't see it. My family don't see it, and his own other 2 kids don't see it. So. Are they all liars? Are we all liars?
You know, the only way to prove this, and if Mr. Pratt was anything of a man and stood on morals and stood by what he was saying, right, everybody is calling him a liar. So in my opinion, if everybody was coming at me and calling me a liar when everybody was singing from the same hymn sheet, I would go and do a lie detector test. How's about that one?
I'd do one.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Bring it on, I'll do one. If he wants to sit it out, let me do it.
Because listen, he's got proper narcissistic traits in him. Like, if you don't do what he says, and he's always got something on you, right? And that's what he doesn't like me for, because he's got nothing on me.
He just gets vile. He just gets vile and then starts...
If you keep being friends with this, I'm going to expose you for this. If you keep being friends with that, I'm exposing you for this. If you don't stand by my side, I'm out in this. Listen.
Well, he can do what he likes. He can do what he likes. He's no idea where we live. Zach's no idea where we live, and he'll never find out where we live, because as far as I'm concerned, I don't want him on my doorstep ever. So he doesn't know where we live. He doesn't know anything about our life, because we don't live via social media anyway. We never put anything on social media. He will never know anything about our life. So, and to be honest, there's nothing we do. Yeah. Our life is pretty boring, to say the least.
We just work.
Yes, we work for a living. So, but apparently he's a digital content creator. So
But nobody's taken that away from him. Listen, he always says I wouldn't call any of them content creators, whatever it is. Listen, we don't do a content. We sit on here, we have a little chat. I don't do battles. I don't do games. The odd time I will. My people will tell you the odd time I will, right? But every time he goes live, somebody will send me a recording. What have you done now? Zach's going on about you again. This one's going on about you. Then I think, oh my God, give it a rest. And I don't react. And the other day, there was a man going on about a poor woman on here, who a cockapoo it was, and you called him Candyman. Anyways, Candyman come into the live. So me and him were having a few words. And then who come into the room? Mr. Pratt himself, on his account, which just took the screen recording, and start, but I think it was a setup because Mr. Candyman turned around and said, but you and Zach's always at each other. I said, listen, Zach goes for me, I'll go back at him. That's how me and Zach roll. But I said, I'm not here to speak about him. I'm here to speak about why did you feel the need to pass information on about Cockapoo. Sure enough, in the comments, Mr. Pratt arrived and he turned around and he went, oh, there she is, the auntie to a rapist. So that, anybody who, especially for that, he was inciting
I mean, at the end of the day, why can't he live and let live? Why can't, if he's so good at what he does, why does he feel so threatened by others? Just get on with what you do. Stop mentioning my name, stop mentioning Paul's name, stop mentioning anything to do with his family, and just do him. If he's so funny and entertaining, he can do it on his own. He doesn't need us. He doesn't need to use other people, and he doesn't need to attack other people.
Exactly.
A content entertainer doesn't have to do that.
Listen, that's the way that you would prove it then, because he's going to diss everybody, right? Would he go and stand and do a lie detector test? Because I think everybody else would stand and do that lie detector test.
I would.
1,000,000%. I'll take a lie detector test. There you go, Pearl's cousin is a rapist. Well done. Well done. What's that achieving? It was in the newspapers. Was it me? No, it wasn't me. So go back over to your little beehive, whatever you call it, and go and basically wash your knickers. How's about that? Does this face look affected? No, not one little bit. It wasn't me, my mother, my father, my brothers, my sisters, my children or my grandchildren. So how's about that? Does this face look affected? No. And if that's the only thing that you can go, and I'll take a lie detector test for that. Mr. Pratt, will you take a one to say you're not a bully? You don't do things behind the scenes. You don't threaten people. Will you take a lie detector test, Mr. Pratt? I can guarantee nobody will ever see that lie detector test. You know your little thing where you said you're blaming everybody for putting that profile picture. Funny how it's only come out today, Mr. Pratt. What's shown the bath with the Claritin, what I did hear you tell was a set-up job. Will you take a lie detector test for that? Will you take a lie detector test to say at that time, when you put all of that out, when Miss Red was trying to save your neck, that you were sectioned? Because no, you weren't. Were you, Mr. Pratt? Definitely not. Pull your receipts up because there's none to pull up. Will you take a lie detector test for that? No, you won't. No, you won't. Do us a favour, Chantel. Right. You know the last one I sent you?
Which one?
The voice recording.
Yes.
Right. Don't put it up on the page or anything. Just let people listen. We'll keep breaking it down, Chantel, to let people hear, if we can't, at the voice recording. This is how he manipulates people, how he gets his gifters and his viewers to think he's in a conspiracy, and that he can't come on TikTok and say anything. He's taken Miss Red and them down. He's going to blow them out the water. This was before he'd done what he'd done with the Fact Freak. So it was a setup, and he was always 2 steps ahead. There is lots more voice recordings, but listen, it's not my place to play them. But when the people are ready to play these voice recordings, guess what? I'll have them back on my platform again to play them. I've listened to all of them. And, well, Mr. Pratt, I think your little, you know for a fact I'm telling the truth, so watch here. So just play this, Chantel, and break it down so people can hear.
Yeah, I know the beginning bit is a little bit fuzzy, but yeah.
Paul, I'm just going to mute you a second because it just interferes, and I'll mute myself.
Right.
So this is like the plan to blow
Can you
like
hear
fucking everyone out of water. To see you in Miami and no one knows about it. I was like, oh, I'm not going. He's like, a bit really perplexed. Like, what? And then I see him, I said, no one knows. He's like, oh shit, I'm so sorry. I was like, yeah, no worries. Do you know what I mean? So this is like the plan to blow like fucking everyone out of water from behind the scenes. That must be.
Did you hear that bit? Kyle, you're still muted. Right, I'll play a bit more.
Chantel, no, talk it through what's being said, because it is, at the first, it's a big thing. Just talk them through what's being said.
Right, give us a set then.
So this is like the plan to blow like fucking everyone out of water. To see you in Miami.
So that beginning bit is, so it's a plan to blow everyone up. And then it goes a bit muffly.
Trying to blow them out the water.
Oh, I'm not going. He's like, a bit really perplexed. Like, what? And then I see him, I said, no one knows. He's like, oh shit, I'm so sorry. I was like, yeah, no worries. Do you know what I mean? So this is like the plan to blow like fucking everyone out of the water from behind the scenes. That must be like misread and all that. In the sense of like she's not been coming on at certain times and then making out like she's coming on later. Like they've been trying to play with my numbers.
1 second, Chantel. Yep. So, when does anybody else ever know? This is when he was trying to turn everybody against Miss Red and take her down, right? When has anybody else known Miss Red to not come on at 10 o'clock? She has a certain spot. Him who's not bothered about numbers and whatever, and that's what he said. She's messing with the numbers. So this is what it's all about, everybody. How many numbers is it in the platform? Which is a heap of shit, because if there's one person in your platform or 10, they're there to see you. You shouldn't have to manipulate people. Go on, Chantel.
Do you know what I mean? Because fucking her nose is a bit fat out of joint. But yeah, so I'm going to do that. So Tuesday night, I'm going to make out, because I've been scaring the guys who've been talking about conspiracies, and I said, oh, I had 2 SUVs outside my flat. And you know what everyone's like, they're like, oh my God, be careful. So Monday, I'm going to ramp it up a bit. But I keep getting prank phone calls on my phone. I think someone's fucking me about. And I'm going to make a video.
Yes.
So here's where he's saying he's going to make out he's getting prank phone calls on his phone, and then his next little thing is, so I'll have to ramp it up a little bit, whatever it is, and make out that I can't speak on anything on TikTok, and that I'm coming off. Carry on playing, Chantel.
And then, like, oh, whoever's pranking my phone, like, try and get traction, and then I'm just going to go post a video being like, oh, I've been told I need to stop talking, I can't come on the app anymore, I'll explain all in due time. And I'm posting that on Tuesday night. And obviously I won't be coming on the morning show because I'll be on the plane. So that's when everyone fires up the live. And obviously Miss Red will be doing, I'm really worried about Zach, I haven't spoken to him. And then obviously, who else is going to do it? Joey Ticky, The Observer. She doesn't know I'm going to Miami yet. You're telling her I'm launching a conspiracy thing. So she doesn't know I'm going to Miami. So when she does it, she thinks I'm just going to come on at home and be like, oh, you know. She don't know I'm going to be in Miami. But Lucy's fucking face is going to crack.
Now this is when, Chantel, 1 second, this is when he turned around and was saying, oh my God, I've squashed everything with Lucy, we're friends now with this, with that, no, it's not content, that's a telephone recording. Anyways, it's not on a live, it's not edited, it's Zach's voice on a recording. Anyways, this is where the bullying started. Well, it never stopped, but he was making out that he was going to be all nice, and all he's on about is him and Nicole's doing things. Lucy's face is going to crumble because the bullying was still going on with Lucy, which it is still going on with Lucy. Let me just put that out there. Carry on, Chantal, please.
I'm going to be there. And what was it? I'm staying in Nicole's, and we've been invited to Jeffrey's party, but he doesn't, it's only going to bring me, and Nicole, because he was like, oh, you have to tell me what other UK creators to avoid. I was like, yeah, don't worry, because I get there on the 31st, and Jeffrey and Paul get there on the 31st, but everyone else is going on the 1st. So I get there a day before, so I can plant my seeds. Been planning this for months.
Chantel, can you? So did you hear what he said there? Him and Nicole gets there on the 31st. Jeffrey and Paul gets there on the 31st. Before all the other content creators, his so-called friends, get there, gives him time to plant the seed with Jeffrey. Because we all know he's blows smoke up. The fact whatever this does, excuses are made. But listen, Mama Kaz, if he's coming out with all of this, nobody's muting them comments, are they? The fact that this is coming out, he should go and do that lie detector test. And if he's not a bully, if he doesn't manipulate everybody, if he doesn't make, with his narcissistic little traits on him, ripping everybody down. Listen, everybody hears how he goes on about Mama Kaz, and don't take this the wrong way, how he calls you Papa Kaz, right? Listen, he's very degrading to everybody else. So this is a form of bullying everybody, right? Because you're not his way. Mama Kaz, you can jump up in the box, you know, you can get up in the box. Nobody else mods. If Mama Kaz wants to get up, she can.
Danielle's in the box.
Or Danielle can get up, that's fine.
Oh, but she was in the box, but she's just been booted out. I don't know who's booted her out.
Mods, listen, let Chantel put only Mama Kaz, and if Danielle wants to come in, she can. Nobody else is allowed in the box. But anyways, like I'm saying, it's not one, it's not two, 3 or 4 people, it's lots of people keep coming together behind the scenes and saying they all getting bullied off the same person. If you don't go with his way of thinking, his way of doing, then we all wrongs, we all bullies. And listen, let me tell you, when these other voice recordings come out, you'll just see how vile, manipulated he is, vicious with his mouth, where he's going to take Lucy down. It comes out, it was a setup with misread right from the start. He was always them steps ahead, but like I said, I have to wait for this person to come forward, and then I will play the voice notes. If I've only got 1,000 followers, I will play the voice notes on my platform when they come out, because they're absolutely sick to the stomach and vile in every single way, shape and form.
Pearl, I've only just jumped up. Because Paul has done his bit, can he jump down?
Oh, sorry, yes. Yeah. Paul, listen.
As long as he wants to. I just don't want him staying there if, you know, he's got the rest of his evening to get on with.
Are you finished what you're saying now, Paul? Or is there anything else?
I'll leave it for another night. I've got to finish this roof.
No, listen, and like I said, any time at all you want to come up, because it's not nice when somebody's going at you and you can't have your say. But you're more than welcome anytime.
I just wanted to stop spreading all the rumours, that's all.
It's not nice, is it, when people think that you're this bad person when you're not?
No, I'm not.
Big up to you, Paul. You've done well, you know.
Cheers, guys.
Have a good evening.
Sarah, listen, have a lovely night. Enjoy finishing your roof. And like I say, any time at all that you want to come up, the platform's always here for you, right?
Okay.
All right, thank you. See you later.
I might need to kick him out. Mother, can you kick him out, please?
Yes, I will do. Right, bye, Paul. Bye, Sarah.
Bye.
Bye. See yous.
So, Pearl, all I want to say is now that's out in the open. I want, obviously, justice for him. We do not know what's gone on X, Y, and Z. I want the slander stop with my mum, you, Lucy, X, Y, and Z. Everyone just do their own.
Exactly. But listen, it's as simple as this. You put the comments back on, they can call me what they want.
100%. And this is the thing, I wasn't planning on going up in Alex's live earlier. I crumbled until he started about my weaponising of my cancer. You know, come at me, I've got all the proof in the world. Mm-hmm. I'm not clear. I've got no evidence. I'm not out the clear, because you're not out the clear until 5 years. Paul, I'm a liar. Crack on. So at the end of the day, as a child, seeing Paul's name being dragged through, he had a right to respond, because the thing is, I will back my mother to my last dying breath.
Yeah.
You know, so literally everyone go about their day, enjoy the live.
Exactly.
Clap me. You know, it's...
But everybody can't be a liar. Think about it. There's too many people coming forward, and there's lots more things to come as well. Lots more things to come. Danielle, ignore the comments, the little trolls and the little nobodies.
I know, I try, yeah. You know, big up for you, Pearl. You know, at the end of the day is you've had mine and my mum's back. You're a beautiful person. You stand by morals, principle, you know, and at the end of the day, I can't thank you enough for supporting my mum. 110%.
Do you want to know something? I don't like it when people get a load of shit over you when you know fine well that they were telling the truth. The same as you and your mum, the same as Miss Red, the same as Mama Kaz, the same as Lucy, the same as Alex. They all getting it. I'm not bothered about myself. I can speak up and say whatever I want, right? It doesn't really bother us. But when he does come for me, by all means, I'll go back for him. And him and nobody else will stop me.
Well, this is the thing, Pearl, is obviously he's unblocked mum. We know, Zach, you have unblocked mum, and you will not unblock me, because the thing is, I will not, like I said, I will not stop until my last breath, because the thing is, my mum is the most kindest person going, okay? She is one of the nicest people. So at the end of the day, he needs to stop. We will stop going back at. End of. We have a right to stand up for ourselves. And at the end of the day, I couldn't give a shit about me. I've gone through the worst possible thing in the world. He does not frighten me. End of.
Press the box. It was just asked, can you come up? Sorry, Danielle, go on. There we go.
That's all right. I'll put my messages up from your website and your mental health for me. Okay, because I got the messages to Witch Queen. So at the end of the day, I can speak about my mental health, because at the end of the day, at times it is bad. So I'm telling you to leave me alone.
Yeah. But that's what I said.
This has gone up.
Everybody can't be wrong.
Oh yeah, and also like the Pearl is the fake accounts. I do not have any hate, and all the people in here do not message me, apart from one person on fake accounts trying to cancel my passport while I'm on holiday, telling me that I'm going to get the same treatment as Miss Red, and I should be the most stressed that I will ever be stressed while I'm on holiday. So I've got the proof, and everything that I say in my messages I put on my story, because I've got nothing to hide.
Whoever's just called Danny a fucking liar in the comments, I've got receipts coming back.
Just listen, ignore the comments. The comments are all trolls from another side. Please don't react to the comments.
So, you know, I've got nothing to lose, I've got nothing to gain, I've got nothing to hide. I don't want his... Yeah, I have stepped away, you know, but the thing is, at the end of the day, I'm allowed on this app.
Exactly. Everybody's allowed on the app. The app's big enough for everybody. But stay in your own lane. Why do you have to keep going at people? And I watched a video where it was saying it's an action to a reaction, right? Why do you not think we can react when we hear something? No, I'm sick of it and I've had enough. And certainly Mr. Pratt will not ring people up and bully me through another person. You've got my number. I know you were ringing off a private number. You have got my number. If you want to argue with me, I'll unblock you on WhatsApp.
And please don't ring my mum up while she's at work screaming down the phone at her today.
Yes, threatening phone calls today, didn't you? So
when my mum has nothing to do with it, I was not planning on going up. It was literally spur of the moment, because you said I weaponised my cancer, which I do not, because I do awareness, because I do not want any people going through what I'm going through. But you ring my mum while she's at work, threatening her when it's nothing to do with her.
Oh, look, proof? Proof of what, Hazy baby? What do you want proof of? No, you shouldn't be coming asking us for proof. You should be going to the other side and asking for proof.
Well, you've got all my case numbers, haven't you? All 8 case numbers.
1 minute, Danielle. Right, let us get this up here, right? These photos was leaked, right? It's a photo of a bath. 1 second, you can. 1 second. Trish, you can't scream because you'll get the platform took down. I'll let you back up. But you can't scream and shout. Right, it's a photo of a bath with some claritin, right? So there was never ever one body part on there, right? That's that. So where's these photographs that was given to Gracie and to Mama Kaz? And they there to talk about it. There was no body parts ever shown on that photograph. But he's put it out there, my SH... You showed a bath. That's what that photograph was. It was a bath,
No one wants to see his wounds.
So stop going around making out people is doing things to you when they're not. Come on, if you're going to be real and tell the truth. Listen, I don't have to watch for anything telling me to watch. I don't have to watch for anything. I ain't bothered about nobody. But do you know what I don't like on here? I don't like a bully. Making people believe that things happened when they didn't. There's another creator on here that does that. Makes people believe things happened when they didn't. Right, about all of this in being sectioned at that time. Pull the proof forward. And you know why? You can't, because there was never no proof. You're a bully to everybody. And like I say, I won't stop. Pot kettle black. No, what I don't like is a bully, and I'll go back at a bully when they start. And like it, bringing your families into it, bringing everything into it, and that's why he can bring my family in it. I can show Joe.
The thing is, Pearl. At the end of the day, if you're willing to prove yourself, right? No one should be questioned.
I'm not
I get
proving
that.
myself to nobody.
No, you should no one should be questioned. No one should prove themselves. But the thing is, like
But why
him,
keep
if he
talking
was
about it when it's lies and blaming
with
everybody
his
else.
lies, with his sectioning, if he's been sectioned, he should prove it. Just like when I had to prove that I done was going through chemo, so I showed all my paperwork. I even done
Don't
lies.
do a lie detector test because it never happened. It never happened, but everybody else is getting the blame for what you want people to think.
I haven't got a troll account. I can't make accounts.
And do you know something? It wants like a few more people to step forward, because how can I say manipulation in its highest level is going on behind the scenes. There's lots and lots of things going on behind the scenes that nobody knows except them people that it affects, and it all stems back to one person. Enough's enough now. Enough is enough. Make a troll account. No, do you know, if I go in anywhere, I'll go in on my account because I want people to say I've said that. If I comment on a video, I go on my own account. I've said that.
I agree. I take it. I write everything as my name. End of. I've got nothing to prove to you, lot. I can turn this app off. I've got my family. I've got my life. At the end of the day, so I will say what I feel, and I agree with what I agree with, and that is it.
Pearl Probo has loads of troll accounts. I couldn't be fucking bothered. I promise you, I couldn't be bothered. And if I say anything, I will say, and I'll stand and say that I've said it. I don't have to. I do keep accepting Trish. Nobody take anybody out. I only believe
Right, I'm jumping down. I've got to sort the kids out. Big love to you, Pearl. Big love to everyone.
too,
Well done,
mate.
Paul,
Yeah.
Sarah. And you trolls, keep being trolling. Good luck. Bye bye.
For any of you that say I'm going to know about it or watch this and that, bring whatever you want on. I don't give a flying F about little trolls on here that say some things to me in the comments. Keyboard warriors. Get a life. Get a life. And yes,
to be fair, Pearl,
what we have to remember, it's TikTok, right? It is TikTok. But, you know, when it starts affecting your life outside of TikTok, then it's a different kettle of fish. Sorry, Trisha, go on. Go on, Trisha.
it's all right. I've been sitting there watching this. I've been sitting there watching this, right, since 2021, right? I've been there for Danielle, well, for Michelle to start off with. I've had the phone calls, I've had everything, right, and I've got receipts dating back to 2021.
See, there's somebody else here nobody knows about Trisha here. Trisha's got a lot of evidence and proof.
Rossi.
You have to show them because I've seen everything. I've seen everything.
Zach owes me money. I know Zach's going to sit there and try and say, right, oh, I'm a clout chaser. I've had my main account that I'm on now since November 2021.
She has got proof.
I'm no clout chaser.
I won't let anybody up on my platform without proof. And I'm the only one that has to see it. People doesn't have to show anything else. And that's what I'm saying. You know, when your little leader over the other side who's sitting watching us as we speak, when he says it's all lies, go do a lie detector, because I've seen all of this proof and I know you wouldn't pass as a lie detector. So go and do one, Mr. Pratt. If you haven't bullied people behind the scenes, made people try and do things they didn't want to do, you know exactly what I'm speaking about when these little messages come out, voice recordings with your voice on, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But listen, one of these days they'll, and it's women and all I'm talking about, women. So listen,
I've got Instagram messages of when he asked me for my phone number. I've got apparently Zara, that was her manager. He didn't expect that card to come out on the bingo on 2024 of me. Zara gave him £6,000, and I even told Zara to go and get. But now apparently today, according to him today, she's his best friend, but she gave him £6,000 behind his back, behind her own husband's back. So everything he sat there earlier going on about, excuse the fireworks in the background, but everything he sat there and was saying today, he's lied about.
but listen, Trish, I've seen what you've got and what's not there. So that's how I know everybody. I ain't got nothing to feel bad about, but all we're saying is stop all of this, Mr. Pratt, and all these things will stop. But if you keep calling us liars, you go and prove it. Go and prove you've never said or done these things behind the scenes, because there's only one bully on the app, one manipulator, and one person that is getting, well, you narcissistic traits, that's all I can say, and it's you. No, you're not. But anyways, so barring from that, everybody, like I say, it's saying how we started off, and you will hear the rest of the tapes, where we start to take Miss Red down, but this happened months before he took her down. And he was always he even sent her chocolates and flowers, and you know what that was for? To get her a dress. Honestly, he's always like 2 steps ahead, but very cunning, very sly, and like I say, in my opinion, not a nice person. But listen, sooner or later, you know, like when you get too close with him, too close, you'll get bit in the butt. So never ever try and be his friend, because he'll use and abuse you. And when he's got no use for you, you're the worst thing since sliced bread. That's all that I'm saying. But listen, Trish, thank you very much for coming up. And I'll speak to you later, me baby, right?
Yeah, I will do. Speak to you later.
Speak to you later, Trish. Thank you. So there
You're
you go. See you now.
And before anybody sits there and says, can I just sit there and make this purpose, right, really, really clear, right? It wasn't Michelle that went to the Fat Freak about Michelle, about Zach. It was me. I've even got the receipts from that. I can see in the comments, did I mod for Princess Blue? Yes, I did. Did me and the Fat Freak go head to head? Yes, we did. I can see in the comments.
I don't know
the Fat Freak will tell you himself.
But that's it. Right,
thanks.
Tricia,
I'm going to drop
you down, but thank you very much. And like I say, you don't
You're
have
welcome.
Because I've seen, before anybody comes on, I always say, show me the proof so I know what I'm talking about before you come on. But anyway,
I've got all the proof.
Speak to you soon, my Trish. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. You've got a few people in the request. Michelle's in there.
I'm meant to be live now. I'm meant to be live. But listen, it was just to put it out there, to stop going on about, you've mentioned me quite a few times on your live today. If you didn't mention me, I wouldn't mention you. Stop trying to go down the route of going in at about a gambling, listen, you can report all you want. I'm not really bothered, right? I'm really not bothered. TikTok's not my life. If my account goes down, I can make another account, right? That's absolutely fine. Because I'm sure people will get used to us again. Because I'm not a liar, I'm not a scammer, and I don't manipulate people into my way of thinking. Do you know what I'm saying? But stop being a bully on here. It's not a good look. And every time you keep coming at me, I will come back every time with a little bit more. And slowly but surely, you'll unfold. That's all that I'm saying. So leave me alone and I'll leave you alone. Right, everybody? Steve Davis Price. You're a racist. So's your mother and so's Mr. Pratt. Because, I mean, he did say bun the ends. Like I used my word where I used all my life, but he did say when he didn't think he was on camera, bun the ends. Bun the ends. Are we going there? But ain't you a low-key racist? I don't know what that means.
Ignore them.
Now, I'm not really bothered. The comments doesn't really bother me.
All they're doing is pushing your air live out onto the FYP.
It makes no odds to me. Does anybody who we know only let people up that's in my life all the time? Do you know who they are or not? Just put people in that comes into my life if they want to have a little chat now, because we finished what we were doing now. Like I say, if he stops with me, I'll stop with him. But stop being a bully and stop trying all the time to take people down. Nobody wants your platform. Nobody's interested. Stop like trying to blow people out of the water, because we've got proof to back it up that you planned it all along and you were ever so many steps. So leave us alone. Like I say, we'll leave you. Can you recap? Sorry, Babby, you should have been here before. All the recapping's gone.
I'm not too sure on the ones that are in the class.
You can please yourself, because please believe me, right? You know, in the future, whoever didn't like what I said, when he keeps coming for us, I'll go back. So you'll hear it a lot more. Like I say, there's nobody on this app will shut me up. Nobody. Not when I am getting tortured off a man. Keep constantly going at me, all how I live, me looks, everything about us, keep going and going and going, right? So we can both play games like that. Like I say, Mr. Pratt, leave me alone and I'll leave you.
So I do want to come off then and go and get yourself sorted and stuff.
No, I'm going to go and have myself a shower, but I just want to thank everybody for coming on tonight. And like I say, if he keeps saying we all liars, all this, all that, so it's up to him to prove he hasn't done it. Because we've got proof here that he has, if he wants to go there. But listen, big love everybody and all of yous. Happy bonfire night. Have a lovely night.
Right, bye.
Bye.